All right, in between cuttings here, I'm cutting about, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 700 acres, a little over 700 acres each cutting, 2 different towns, but doing a little maintenance on the Oxbo 334. New to me, but it is used. I think it was used pretty good. Supposedly went through this winter by Parker Equipment, and you know, they put some new tires on it, wheels, fixed the little things here and there. Cylinder still leaking. I can't say that it's been issue free. I have had some issues. The one issue I have had is this wing has hydraulic pressure that holds it up off the ground, but yet still puts a little weight on the ground. Well, it puts too much, picks up, and then the wing won't drop all the way down. Still working on that issue. And this same side, these hydraulic motors, I don't know if that's a problem or not, but it's not as strong, so you can't run as fast. But we're doing a little maintenance here. Pretty simple design. So you got these little 10mm bolts that hold these little plastic, rings on. And I'm just going through checking all these tines out because I've had some that have been broken. Like this one here came completely out. Somehow it got wedged in there like that. Found it. That one there's got a broken tine. So we're just going through, grabbing a new one, popping it on there like that, and we'll put a new bolt through it, tighten it down. Another issue I had is, see, these are all fairly tight bearings, and I think they've been replaced, but you get over to this side, they got a lot more play. Well, somehow on this machine I broke this cap, which allowed this piece to rock up and out, and there's a cam track which it's down, and it's not on this side, it's on the other end. But anyways, it came out of track and stopped the belts and heads, and that was an issue. Upon my inspection here, I found 1, 2 in a row missing. Not sure why. These things are $10 each. I bought 10, probably not gonna have enough. There's a cam track. Supposedly it has all new cam tracks and these little rollers, but they don't, those actually pivot quite a bit. But this bearing here, they just kind of oscillate, and even though I think it's pretty much getting wore out, I don't know if I want to replace it yet. But like this one here, and they're getting pretty bad. I thought this thing was completely gone through. Evidently in somebody's eyes, that wasn't bad enough to replace. And then you get over here, same type of deal. I got extra one of these now. I got an extra bolt bearing assembly. Those are all new, so that should be good, but it never hurts to have extra. All right, here's another video, what it takes to run this thing. This is a Puma 150. I think it's a 2015 model. Has no problem whatsoever running it. I got small 1000. You have to mount this box here, which has the main electrical plug, smaller little plug, and then a smaller, so there's 3 little wires. Then that runs up there into the cab, and that controls your control box. And then you have to have, see, I got number 1, that's what powers my continuous power. So when you're operating it, you pull that back to 100% flow, all the time, and that controls your float, controls the wings, the pressure that keeps the wings from having too much weight on the ground. And then number 3 I got hooked up here, that controls your skid shoes. You don't hardly really ever mess with them. Other than that, that's all you really got to have. I had some issues. I had some different tips on the hydraulic lines were mixed up. It wasn't allowing the continuous flow to work properly. So you got to have a little ball valve, I think, that allows the max amount of flow. And that was an issue when we first started hooking it up. But other than that, I mean, I don't have duals. I don't have real wide tires. And if we're out merging, more than likely, it's dry enough to have a semi out there. So it works out pretty good. But as you can tell, like right here, I got a messed up tine, and I got another one somewhere. Yeah, we just got several that have gotten broken, mixed, you know, over time. And this thing's got some hours on it. The belts where they splice together got some holes in it, but nothing that really affects how it works. Good machine. Not too bad of a job. So I could have done it with 2. I went ahead and took 3 ribs off. When you got the battery powered tools, 10mm socket on there, it's not bad. And then it's just standard 1/2 inch bolts. So I got that there in a wrench, and pretty easy to get to, not bad. Alright, now worked all day. We went through it, washed it, greased it. I'm gonna do a little review, maybe just kind of fold it up and show you how to run the controls. You know, a lot of people, maybe like me, was wanting to buy one, didn't know a whole lot about these things. You know, here's the hood. So you put your tractor in continuous flow, and then this electronic valve body, all this aluminum block here, the electronics on the controller take over. So, you know, these are your, it must be your wings, because there's 3. And then you got an accumulator valve here, which I think that's hooked to, I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot to it. I know this gauge comes with it. I'm having some issues with the wing getting caught up. So when we run it, it's about 1100 PSI. Pressure, up pressure, holding the wings off the ground slightly, but yet kind of still on the ground. So yeah, let me just kind of hop in there. We're running a Pottinger mower, and it lays 3 windrows, obviously a triple mower on a 7280R, but I can pick up 4 windrows. He's got it set to like 26 feet on the GPS maybe. It's a 27-foot mower, whatever, I don't know the model number, it don't matter. It's not one of the big ones. I think they make them a little wider, but it's got roll conditioners on it. So I can pick up 4, and what we found works best is I flip the directions of the belt every time, and we'll pick up 4 windrows and dump it onto the 5th. Every once in a while, if we start out real early and it's still a lot of dew and heavy, I'll pick up 4 only and just dump it right back where on the last pass. But normally we'll do 4 onto the 5th. So you're getting basically, I don't know, 5 windrows for the chopper. I can take 4, dump it onto 5, and then flip back around and then dump 4 more into one great big windrow. But that slows the chopper down quite a bit, and the trucks and the semis got to go pretty slow, and our hay's been really good this year. So I don't know, Kloss 980 and 970, you don't, I mean, they're big dogs, but it's a lot for it. Slows it down. It just kind of, I think they like chopping a little faster speed. So how to operate it? Well, alright, back in the saddle here. Had a phone call, interrupted my my video. Bad thing about an iPhone. So we're going to put that in continuous flow. Now I got this box mounted here. All green means float. You're good to go. The wings are supposed to follow contours. This is your belt direction. Belt stop. Don't really use it very often, to be honest with you. I just kind of raise it up until it stops. So I'm gonna hold down on this, which it's easy. You rest your finger. There's a little crevice right there, and you just kind of course, I got the tractor at idle. The wings will come up. And there's a point where the belts shut off after it's so high. So we're going to go ahead and flip the pump on. And see, they're turning right now. But if we keep coming up with it, that center head is where the switch is located, and that shuts them off. So it usually shuts off before then. Now, all float. You can tell the belts are going that way. Raise it up when you're turning. See how that center head comes up a little faster? And then it shuts the belts off. I don't know why they're still spinning like that. Probably just because we started. And then when you get turned around and you get going straight, back into float, and all green lights, and you're good to go. So, do a turnaround. Raise it up. The hay starts coming off. We're going to fold it. We're back to idle, so we don't have a complete hydraulic flow. It just makes some weird, one side catches, that side goes, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go here. I've got it all folded up, so you know, this is a tractor. You can tell it's pretty narrow. It sticks out a little farther than the tractor, but not a whole lot. I mean, it almost tracks right behind you. Tell you what I'm working on, which I haven't had a chance to look yet. Ooh, I'm gonna put a bar from here, dink all the way across to there, and then I'm gonna make a tray like right here and put me a little toolbox. That way I can put extra tines, extra bearing caps, extra stuff that might break in the field. Let's show you. There's the belt. I think if they're gonna break, it's probably gonna break where you splice it together on that splice. I don't know how hard that is to put a new belt on, but getting those things wrapped tight like that, whew, bet that's not easy. I don't have auto lube in the sun, but it does have a central grease thing here for a few of them. Got plenty of grease on that one. Put 10 weights, 1,000 pounds on the front. Helped out quite a bit. Could probably use more, but I think you'd have to buy a different bracket because I'm out of room. Man, it's a good tractor. I love it. Anybody says they don't like a Puma 150, there's something wrong with them, because adequate power. I mean, I've never had an implement or piece of equipment on the back of this I said I wish I had more power, but I've never pulled anything too big for it.